5 languages we all speak.
5.
The world inside someone's mind is based on 5 languages: sight, sound, smell, taste, and feeling. Think about each one of those as a language: sight, sound, smell, taste, and feeling. The world each person sees and lives in is really the world inside their head. It's important to know this one. We all make the mistake of seeing things the way we want them to be instead of seeing things the way they really are.
There was a time I could see, and I have seen, boys like these, younger than these, their arms torn out, their legs ripped off. But there is nothing like the sight of an amputated spirit. There is no prosthetic for that. You think you're merely sending this splendid foot soldier back home to Argonne with his tail between his legs, but I say you are executing his soul!
It's not your fault or anyone's fault. It's just that's how we're raised. That's how we are taught to interpret the world. And once you start using this technique of saying, okay, is that true? You know, on my left arm, I have a tattoo of Socrates. And every time I look down, I see Socrates staring at me. It's funny because my daughter always asks, Dad, who's that? I have to tell her it's Socrates. Why did you get him on your arm? Well, here's the reason. Every time I see Socrates, I think of the question, is that true? Is that true? You should think of that question. Anytime someone ever says anything to you, I want you to instinctually and subconsciously ask yourself the question in your mind, is that true? If it's not true, then you don't even have to answer that person. If it's not true, you could think of a fun answer to say. You could think of something silly to say. You can say nothing at all. If it's not true, it doesn't matter. If it is true, then there's a different set of answers that you use. It's a different set of thinking that you can use. Right? Then you're going to go to the next step and have to evaluate the level of concern that that particular comment or that particular question or what that person is trying to convey to you. But it backs up the point. The world each person sees and lives in is really the world inside their head. The next key point. The world each person sees and lives in is really the world inside their head. The next key point.
The world each person sees and lives in is really the world inside their head. Is really the world inside their head. Is really the world inside their head.
People often favor one sense or mode over the others, so they are more visual, more auditory, or more kinesthetic. It's important. You should know which one you are. I see you. I hear you. I feel you.
I can hear you. I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us.
It was almost like they ignored it because they wanted it to happen.